I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now starting.
Grape Therapy.
Welcome to the
Hi, everybody. We are doing our second annual pop culture moment with Lex. I loved today's episode. I feel like we had so much fun. It was just like a conversation talking with your girlfriend about what's going on. We talk about what Met Gala
predictions, the Tortured Poets Department.
how Taylor has the power to crawl into all of our brains and crack us open.
Correct.
Brittany Spears, how we're all worried about her still. And you gave some movie and TV recommendations.
I loved this episode, honestly, Kate. I felt like we called each other on the phone and we were just chatting for an hour.
That is, I actually forgot it was a podcast at one moment. That is exactly how I felt. And I hope everybody that's listening feels the same way. Like you just called us and we just talked to you for 40 minutes.
Correct. I loved it. I'm so excited for people to dig in.
Me too. Enjoy the episode, guys. Is the Met Gala like so exciting for people like you who do this kind of thing for a living? Like, are you dying over it?
Oh my God. Like it's our Super Bowl.
It's your Super Bowl.
Yes. Like
Okay.
it is. So last year, I'll tell you a story. Last year, this time for the Met Gala, I was in Tokyo with my family. I was in Japan. So like the Met Gala started in New York and it was like 6 a.m. the next day in Asia or in Japan. And so I woke up in my hotel and I was like posting from Japan. And I was doing all these posts about what I was doing in Japan and stuff. But I was like, we're breaking from Japan content because it is the Met Gala. And I was doing like roundups of color blocking, like what the men were wearing, the favorites. Like I think I did like 6 or 7 posts and my stories were out of control.
But I'm so confused. So what exactly is the Met Gala?
So what it is it is like the opening event with all of the celebrities. And then the Met Museum puts on an actual exhibit of fashion for a period of time. So it is like the opening party. There's a theme every year. And what the party does with all the celebrities is introduce that exhibit's theme. So people dress to the style of it and things like that. So it's like haute couture, like to the nines, you know?
Well, what is the theme?
The theme this year is Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening Fashion is the Met Gala theme. That's the exhibit. And then the Met Gala dress code is the Garden of Time. So it's very florals for spring, groundbreaking, you know?
Ooh.
But like, what can we do with that? There's so many places you can go.
Oh my gosh. What Taylor Swift is just going to show up as a flower. She's just going to be like, I don't know. I just like,
no, you know, somebody is coming with one of those like headpieces that's just a bloom. Like their head's going to be in a bouquet for sure.
Or like someone's going to just be like a hose, like a chic hose. And there's actually going to be water like coming out of the top. And then you won't see the person behind them following with a bucket, but there will be one. And that will be like the thing that goes viral. But while they walk, it's just like this like hose of water.
Yeah. And then it's like Rihanna dressed as a hose.
Yes, it will be Rihanna. Oh my God. Like, who are we looking forward to seeing at the Met Gala? Like, are Travis and Taylor going?
Okay, so I wanted to play a game with you.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to know 2 things. Okay, we want to predict who's coming. And then also, do we want to make a list? And then your listeners have to like take a drink if those people show up on the red carpet.
Yes.
Because it is a very like, you know, you're kind of, the whole like meme culture of it is like, we're all sitting on the couch in our sweatpants judging. That's the beauty of the Met Gala.
Right.
So let's judge.
That is true.
Let's make a list.
Okay, let's make a list.
We'll start because there are co-chairs every single year that Anna Wintour like assigns to every single year. So this year it's Zendaya, Bad Bunny, Jennifer Lopez, and Chris Hemsworth, which he feels like an odd one, but he has a new Mad Max movie coming out. So it's all a plug.
Oh, so what do they do? What do those people do?
You know, I'm not really sure. They represent the theme, of course. They like, I think they probably invite people. I think their names are a draw for the media and press. And I guess maybe they're influencing the actual exhibit, but we don't really hear that much about it.
Anything Zendaya wears or does or says or anything, I'm just like, bow down to the queen.
It's crazy.
I love her so much. Bad Bunny, that seems like are him and Kendall Jenner still together?
No, but I don't know like the Kardashians pretty much, well, Kim and Kourtney, Kendall, Kylie, basically everyone's been invited except Khloe, which is crazy. Yeah.
Wait, that would hurt my feelings
I
so much. Why?
know. I don't know.
That is so bizarre.
Like the Kardashian Jenners they're really good on the Met Gala carpet. Like they go all out.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if Kendall will be there, if Bad Bunny is the co-chair. And if you recall, I don't know who recalls this, I do in my weird brain, Kendall and Bad Bunny did a Gucci campaign together. So will they be wearing Gucci for this? Or will he be wearing Gucci? Will she not? Like it's all interesting. Are they contracted? I have no idea.
Okay, it's not off topic, but it just came to my brain, so I'm going to say it out loud. And I can't remember if we even said this the last time, but just hearing the celebrity and the like politics of everything, you think Hollywood is just so dark and so political and so like there's some weird shit going on there that's like run by a higher power?
Yes, I totally am tinfoil. Like Bad Bunny, Kendall were a total PR relationship. And then they did this Gucci campaign and then they just drifted apart. The number one thing I notice in like PR breakups when they were kind of put together for a period of time and then they have to like phase out the couple is like their schedules got really busy. And so it was hard to like juggle their schedules. And you tell me, you're way more in the zeitgeist than I am.
Like who else was a PR relationship, do you think? Like obviously we thought Travis and Taylor.
Yeah, but I still don't know.
Shut the hell up.
Who else? Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. I thought they were a PR couple until I saw them when I was still living in Toronto. They went to the same coffee shop as me and I would see them like every morning and they were actually really cute. Aww. But I'm so jaded, I think.
Why are you jaded?
Of like these celebrity couples. Like even when Jen and Ben got back together 2.0, I was like, it's PR, and then they went and got married. I'm like, maybe my picker is off.
Yeah, your picker might be off. What about Selena and
Benny Blanco? No, I think they're like in love.
Yeah, I think they are too. People are so mean, but they seem so cute.
I know. Why are people so mean to them? Can we talk about this?
Because the world doesn't like in the celebrity world, if you aren't like a 10, they question everything. And it's just so sad. Like everyone in Hollywood is like somewhat beautiful, like aesthetically pleasing. And he's got this unique vibe. And like, I say unique. Like, obviously he's not like,
he's not conventionally attractive, let's say.
Right. But
I dig him.
Yeah. I dig him too. Okay, do you think they'll be at the Met Gala?
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Okay, so this is one thing that's kind of swirling right now. So Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber, always at the Met Gala. She's always a draw. But currently they're on vacation in Hawaii and apparently they're not going to the Met Gala. Selena has gone by herself and I think she went once with The Weeknd. But actually, if Hailey and Justin aren't going and Selena and Benny do go, that would kind of be iconic for her fans.
Right.
Because they're so like still to this day. And I feel like the girls try, Hailey and Selena are just like, it's not that deep. Please leave us alone. But the fans are pretty intense about pinning them against one another still to this day.
I mean, people always question like, why am I still talking about my relationships from like 8 years ago? And I'm like, look at Selena and Justin. When people follow and fall in love with a relationship, it's like they don't get over it. Like they don't get over it more than us.
Yes. It's so bizarre. And they're so hung up. So I think maybe if Hailey's not going, it could be an easy way for Selena and Benny to go. And she was in New York. She had a Rare Beauty Summit. So she's in New York. Now that we're talking about it, I'm like, they're so cute, Kaitlyn. Like, I know. He posted this TikTok of like, he made her this steak. He's now into cooking. He's a sauce line. So he's doing a lot of cooking videos and he made her this meal and she was supposed to be at work, and then she was home napping, and then he like brought it to her in bed and wrote her this cute note. Like it was so cute.
Aw, what a honey.
I'm like, where's my love?
Yeah, we need a Benny.
I know. Everybody needs a Benny. And you know what I'll say? So when I first moved to LA, I lived in Studio City. I'm on the west side now, but I would always go to the Studio City farmers market in the valley. And he was there every Sunday morning with his mom, taking her to get her groceries. So like I have this weird soft spot. It's like parasocial soft spot for Benny Blanco.
That is so freaking cute. Yeah, he just seems like a good
egg.
Has a good heart.
Yes.
He's a good egg.
Yes.
Freaking good egg. Okay, but did you know that I had a date at the Met Museum on The Bachelorette, and I got to wear this like $30,000 gown and go on this date, and we went to the Met and we had dinner in the museum and then took a helicopter around New York. Yeah, and it was, people probably remember the story maybe from my podcast, obviously from my season, but maybe from my podcast. I was in this gorgeous gown.
Yes.
And we took the limo from the museum to the helicopter, and there was no bathroom, and I had to pee so bad. And I looked at Jared, and he was in the limo with me. I was like, Jared, I am going to go behind this limo and pee, so don't look. And I had the gown had like a built-in bodysuit.
No.
And I had to have producers help me hike up this heavy gown and then pull my bodysuit to the side and pee behind a limo and then get back. Like people see these like extravagant moments, but really I'm just
peeing behind a limo, pulling it to the left.
So funny.
Oh my God, Kaitlyn. I actually remember the helicopter.
And my hair was so bad. It like they tried to do like a side wave pony, and I just looked like such a turd.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so funny to think.
When your season, it's not yet, but one day your season will be vintage television, which is so weird. And like we're going to look back on all the outfits.
I've already gotten to that point. The other day I was in, I can't remember what city I was in for a tour, and a girl came up to me and she goes, "Are you Kaitlyn Bristowe?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I'm here with a cheer team and all of the moms are a fan of you." And I was like, I've gotten to the place now where the moms are the fans. Like that's so crazy. And one day they'll be, their grandmother loves you. And so I made me feel so old.
Oh my God. No, whatever. We're thriving. We're aging with beauty and grace. Okay, but wait, speaking of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, we talked about this last time because we were talking about the girls. It was Jen, who is going to be the new Bachelorette, but Maria, who everyone wanted to be the Bachelorette, was on Call Her Daddy.
Yes.
So I haven't listened to the podcast in full, but this was what really, I had no idea. She's known Nick Viall for like 7 years, since 2017.
So I heard something swirled around once, and it was like, why did Nick unlike all these photos from? So then I'm like, that is so sus, because if they knew each other, that's fine. But why is he unliking all of these photos and seeming so guilty about something?
Right? So it's odd. And she's like, yeah, we're good friends, da 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 da. And I'm like, I feel maybe if I am putting my Nick Viall 2017 fuckboy hat on, like,
yeah,
he was probably sliding into the DMs. Like, they clearly weren't such good friends. Like, I don't think she went to his wedding because he just got married last week.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why would you like?
And then he unliked them all.
That's so weird though, because like, who cares if you liked her photos? If you guys knew each other, who cares?
Because he was thirsting. He was thirsting for sure.
He's still thirsting. Have you seen those like thirst trap baby photos? He's like shirtless with his baby, like still thirst trapping.
Okay, apartments.com has more rental listings than anywhere else. So finding the perfect place is easier than ever, and so is finally moving in together. Just the two of you. It's a really big step, lots of new responsibilities, lots of adjustments. Most likely they'll wake you up at odd hours to go to the bathroom, and you'll most definitely find yourself in trouble coming home late for dinner. They might even unroll all of your toilet paper next time. It's just what happens when you two find a new place together. But you're not doing it because you feel like it. No, you're doing it because you love them, because they're family. And that's why apartments.com has the most pet-friendly rental listings on the internet, so that you and your furry family can find the perfect new place together. Apartments.com, the place to find a pet-friendly place. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, I've been dealing with Actually, a lot of stress lately. And I know that's something that we all feel from time to time. I don't feel alone, but you know, those things that we just carry around, big or small, that just weigh us down. Sometimes it can feel like we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. And I get it. Sometimes we do it to ourselves. But whether or not you've been in therapy personally, let's talk about the power of therapy. Now, it's not just dealing with major traumas. It's about learning positive coping skills, setting boundaries, becoming the best version of yourself. And it also helps with all of that stress. I swear, I walk into therapy one person and I walk out a whole other Kaitlyn, like the high vibe Kaitlyn, for the better. So if you're considering therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It is entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire and you'll be matched with a licensed therapist. Plus, you can switch therapists anytime. No additional charge. So go get it off your chest and stop letting it weigh you down with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/fine today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fine.
Brittany Spears. So this is troubling. She was at the Chateau Marmont with her boyfriend. They were on a little staycation tip. She has a new boyfriend I didn't even know, a guy named Paul Solis. Like,
Googling him right
her
now.
divorce was just finalized last week or this week. And so she got into an argument with him because apparently there was a disturbance phone call from people staying at the hotel saying she was, or somebody matching Brittany's description, was harassing and threatening hotel employees and guests at the Chateau Marmont.
Oh no.
And there's been a lot of news swirling that like she's having a mental breakdown. She's spending the shit out of all of her money.
What's going to happen though? Because I feel like she's been on this, like, we've all been so worried about her for so long. And then we did the Free Britney movement and then she got out and now we just see her. It's not something that's not obvious. Like, she's obviously having some mental health struggles.
Yes.
And needing help in some way. And like, her Instagram is always so concerning. But then she'll like, so people will, you know, you never know what to believe in the media because they can make shit up. And then she posts on her social media, like, this is a lie. But then her writing is so unhinged and doesn't make sense. So you're like, what do we believe? Like, what do you think is the truth? Do you think she got in altercations with her boyfriend? Like, obviously authorities were called.
So here's my thing with Brittany. I think she probably is on some form of medication. Well, like, we know she is. But I think oftentimes it's not being monitored or regulated. Like, that's the thing that troubles me with her. Like, it like killed me that TMZ was posting this and whatever, because I'm like, what I don't want to do is go back to objectifying her the way we did in the early 2000s with whatever she's going through right now. But I'm like, I also want it to be public attention because who's helping her? Like, I don't think anybody has her best interest at heart. And that's what's so sad. Because it's like, if she is off her medication or there's like imbalances or things like that, like, nobody has her best interest at heart. And that's so upsetting.
It's so upsetting. Like, I can't imagine living a life like that. That would be like, you know, this Justin Bieber song that he did about when he, like, I'm so lonely.
Yes.
Oh, and we're all like listening, singing along, being like, what a great song, but like crying for help. And I feel like it like relates to so many people in that world. And like, I don't know. It's, I know we've talked on the last podcast about this being the year of exposure. And I'm just wondering what the heck is going to happen with Britney Spears. And it just feels like she's, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't feel much hope for her. And that's so sad.
I think it's so sad because that's the thing, right? It's like, we all wanted her to be free and she's free. But again, I think what it comes down to is like, she doesn't have anybody around her that is like supporting her in a positive way. I think she has a lot of users and yes people.
That is the world of what the world she's in. I always wonder how Taylor Swift has seemed so grounded and stayed so just like, I think the grounded is the perfect word. She just seems like she knows who to surround herself with, who to trust. And she's got like such a good team and family. And I'm like, how did she find that? And how do you trust people in that world? Because now you're a billionaire.
So I have a theory about this.
Tell me.
Okay. People who survive Hollywood or young artists, celebrities, whoever, it's because they come from a family and specifically they have parents that are parents first and not like wanting to be famous themselves or like suck at the tit of fame before being a parent. If you look at like Billie Eilish and her parents and her family. You look at the Kardashians, you look at Taylor Swift. It's like their family, specifically their parents, are parents first, and then they are like celebrity by proxy second, you know?
That makes a lot of sense. That's parenting is everything. I mean, it literally is. Parenting is literally what will set you up for who you are as a human being down the path of your whole life.
But there are just some parents that get caught up in it, right? Like, it's kind of crazy. Even with Justin Bieber as an example, like him and his father didn't have a relationship, and then he became famous, and then his father showed up back in his life, and like that's when he was really like he was like partying with his dad, being reckless. It was like we're two boys versus being father and son. You know what I mean? And like there's just so many examples where it's like I have no choice but to believe that that's the case.
That's so true. I hope it just like, I hope she forever stays this like humble, quirky.
I know.
She's just it.
I was thinking about Taylor today. Obviously, I'm wearing her shirt.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. What were you thinking about?
I was thinking about like how I was watching this show on HBO, Gerard Carmichael. He's a comedian. He has like a reality Truman Show type show on Max, but he's like good friends with her. And I'm like, she has so many like oddball friends. And I'm like, she's literally just like a musical theater nerd that became famous. And I had this weird thought. I was like, Taylor Swift is who Jeff Bezos wishes he was. Like just like a geek who became like the cool person. Like Jeff Bezos wants to be cool so badly.
Yes.
And I want to hear your thoughts about Tortured Poets Department.
I can't even handle it. I was in such a weird place when it came out, and I was like so soft and sensitive, and I wasn't even PMSing. And I was on tour, and I think I was just like really tired, and there was some like news and noise coming out that like rocked me a little bit. And it was just like a bunch of things that just made me be emotional. And I think I was stuffing down a lot of emotions, which I don't do very often, but I was like, I'm on tour and I had so much fun on tour, and I was like at these high highs and low lows, and like it felt like I was stuffing a lot down. And it was like the last day before going home, and I listened to it, and I was like, she just cracked me right the open, and I was like unwell, and I thought it was like a me thing, and I put it on my Instagram story, like, are we all collectively crying? Like, and I thought people were going to be like, no, you wuss. Like you were, and everyone was like, I'm not well. I'm not well. This is crazy. And I just can't believe like her lyrics.
I know.
Her storytelling, her everything is just so deep, and like it's what I wish I could say out loud. The way she sings, the way she writes is what I feel and wish I could say. And
I know.
It just broke me. I cried at a restaurant
Kaitlyn,
in public. Like,
oh my God.
no, I'm not okay. I was like and all of the emotions, she just brought them up for me. And I had done a bottle signing at Target. And again, I was just like, I'm not crying when I'm meeting all these lovely people.
Yes.
And then anyone was like, oh, did you hear the album today? And I was like, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
You're like, I'm on the cusp of tearing up. If we talk about it, it will crush me.
And it did. And we got to this restaurant, and it was so beautiful. And I was in Orlando, and all of a sudden I was just like,
Florida.
yeah, Florida. I'm just like, whoosh. And it just, and then the song, I can do it with a broken heart. I was like, holy shit. Like everything on that album, Smallest Man Alive.
I know.
So many things that she was saying. I'm like, oh, so this is like, we're not alone. And Taylor's like,
she has this unique ability to like enter all of our collective brains and piece together with lyrics exactly what we're feeling into thought. Like it's so crazy. She's for being a billionaire, she's like the most relatable. Her lyrics are like the most relatable lyrics you would have every time.
Even when she said in one song, how do we end up on the floor anyway, whatever. And then she says, your roommate's cheap ass screw top rosé. And I go, there's no way Taylor Swift is dating someone who has a roommate and you're not drinking cheap ass screw top rosé, but yet I still believe that she did. And I'm like, how does she know to relate to us so hard like that?
Oh, I'm picturing you on the floor screwing off the screw top. Like, but like you're not doing that.
Your voice does not have a weight, and I'm like so confused.
I know.
But how does she like? She has a.
I think she has a lot of feelings.
I have a lot of feelings. How come I'm not making beautiful music?
But you're a great singer.
I am. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm going into the studio at the end of the month, and I'm going to write some music. So I don't expect a tortured poet department type lyrics, but I'm going to try.
Stay tuned. Watch this space. Coachella 2025.
Oh my God, I just got full body chills. Could you imagine?
Yes. What do you mean? I told you, I'm woo-woo. I'm like, if we want to do it, we're going to do it.
Okay. I'm going to perform at Coachella. I've never been a guest at Coachella. Stagecoach, like that, all that gives me so much anxiety. I'd rather be at home and it's too much for me. But performing, sure.
Hell yeah. It's a whole different vibe. You'll be golf carted around everywhere. You don't have to be in all the dust. You'll have a little trailer.
What is your favorite song on her album?
I cannot stop listening to I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. And I like, obviously I've memorized all the lyrics, but I'm so depressed I act like it's my birthday every day. And like, I'm just everything. And she's like, lights, camera, bitch, smile. Like, she gets it. But what I love about the song, at the end, she's talking and she's like, I forget what she says, but she's like, and you think I'm fine. And she's like having kind of a breakdown. And I love it because it's so real. I'm just like, I felt that way at work where it's like, I want to die, but here I am show ponying. Like,
I do it all the time, but it's so interesting too. Cause you're like, you know, when people who you would just absolutely wish you could be in your life and be a billionaire, you're like, okay, doesn't matter who you are in this world. We all struggle with showing up and having big feelings. And even Taylor Swift, like, can be depressed. And,
I know. I think Taylor Swift might be more depressed than some of us.
And you can be a billionaire and probably most billionaires have depression. Like, it's just, we all want what other people have, but at the end of the day, we're all just the same kind of like broken little human in these body like suits.
And can we also talk about the fact, Kaitlyn, like, so the Swifties, obviously, there's like 30 plus songs and they've done like a thought piece on every single one, breaking it down. But what is so crazy with the rumors about the Tortured Poets Department is like, everybody expected this album to be about Joe Alwyn, who she dated for like 6 years.
Right.
And the most relatable Taylor thing coming in at the 11th hour is like, the album is about Maddie Healy, who's the lead singer of the 1975, who like, she's had an on and off situationship for like a decade.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. I think she thinks he's the love of her life. You know, like I have to believe that like she thinks that they are just like, what is it? Like star-crossed lovers. Like they're meant to be, but they can never be. Yes. Because everybody's broken down certain lyrics and like there's stuff about a typewriter and he talks about a typewriter. The Charlie Puth, like we got stoned and ate chocolate and said Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. Like Matt Healy is like in an interview talking about, or he tweeted that like Charlie Puth should be like a bigger artist than he is like 5 years ago or something. Like there's all these Easter eggs that the Swifties have broken down.
I wonder how that makes Travis feel. Like, I wonder if he's like, oh, queen, like that's your music is your art or whatever. But I would be like, damn, that's like if somebody I was dating and in love with released an album about
their situationship.
About their situationship that's like the one that got away, I'd be like, damn.
I feel like Travis is a good sport. And honestly, I feel like the way my brain went about thinking about this album, because she did the first release and then she was like, oops, surprise, I'm going to basically double the amount of songs that I somehow recorded on this mega Eras tour in my free time. Like, I think she was like word vomiting to get like closing the book on that chapter is what I took this album as. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like it was like she got all of her feelings
Yes.
out, she processed them, and it was like closing. It was like, and that, my friend, is what I call closure.
And that,
I
my
feel like
friend,
that was
is what I call closure.
yes, I do think that's what it is.
Okay, I agree. Yeah. And I want, now I'm just like, when is she going to drop another album? And I need her to have like a lover album again, you know, like I need her to have her
Oh,
lover era 2.0 with Travis. Maybe do some
yeah, and she
weird, stupid stuff because he's goofy, you know?
he's so goofy.
He's
I just love him. He's my whole vision of him has changed, and I think they're both two big geeks, and
I
they're in
agree.
love.
I know.
Yeah.
You love seeing the dorkies win.
Okay, I don't have enough time into the day to spend hours styling my hair or worrying about frizz, and I know you don't either. We're both too busy to be frizzy, you know? But hey, good news. Ouai's got us covered with their new anti-frizz cream. My hair has never looked or felt better since I started using it. It's just a lightweight cream that provides immediate frizz control that lasts for up to 72 hours, plus heat protection up to 450 degrees. It also helps reduce and repair my little split ends with the intense hydration that it has. So after I shower, I just put it all on my hands, just add it to my hair. I mostly stick it to my ends and then the hairs around my face, but you can put it all over. Then I blow dry it out, saves me so much time styling it. I can actually say I'm on my way and mean it. Get it? Yeah. I like bad jokes. So are you ready to say goodbye to frizz and hello to fabulous hair and more time? Frizz free up your schedule with Ouai. Go to theouai.com. That's THEOUAI.com and enter promo code VINE for 15% off any product. That's THEOUAI.com, promo code VINE. Okay, we're going to take a moment to talk about something that's been an absolute lifesaver for me, and that's grocery shopping. That's right, but not just any grocery shopping. Thrive Market grocery shopping. There's a difference. I used to dread those crowded aisles and long checkout lines, but not anymore, because you can get your groceries delivered right to your doorstep, like having a little personal shopper minus the hassle. So Thrive Market is my go-to for literally everything, snacks to pantry staples and even cleaning products I use. And let me tell you, their commitment to quality is unmatched. So there's no artificial flavors, high fructose corn syrup here, just trusted top quality ingredients that you can feel good about. Plus the savings, they're unbeatable. As a Thrive Market member, I know from experience, I save over 30% on every order. And with their price match guarantee and weekly deals page, the savings they just keep on coming. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. So save time and money and shop Thrive Market today. Go to thrivemarket.com/OTV for 30% off your first order. Plus a free little $60 gift. That's so cute. That's Thrive, THRIVE market.com/OTV, thrivemarket.com/OTV.
I want to do better at TikTok of just like I just like the platform so much, and it's what actually brings me like I find it
Joy.
entertaining. And I always say this that like Instagram makes me feel bad about myself and TikTok makes me laugh really hard. And so I want to like be more on what is like a trend right now because I saw that I'm working late because I'm a singer
Yes.
thing. What's going on there?
Okay, so speaking of Taylor, because Sabrina Carpenter also performed at Coachella. At Coachella dropped this new song the night before called Espresso. And
Yes.
everybody has just like fallen in love. Sabrina Carpenter's career trajectory as a result of opening for Taylor, Coachella, dating Barry Keoghan. I don't know how to say his last name, but like it's just been up, 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 you know? And so there's two things that people have caught on with this song. And it's like, basically she's saying like, you can't sleep. That's that me espresso. Cause you're like up late at night thinking about me. But she's like,
Yeah.
I'm working late cause I'm a singer. And then everybody, it's like stuck in people's head. But this person, I believe their TikTok is Life by Tatiana. And she did this video that went viral and she's basically like, POV, you're my therapist. And I can't stop saying I'm working late because I'm a singer. And she's just like, it's like interfering with my relationships, like my conversations. I can't like have a regular conversation. I just have to say like, I'm working late because I'm a singer. And so now that has taken TikTok by a hold.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've seen it everywhere and I was like, okay, I got to do something with this. Like
We have to do something with the sound. I have to figure out what the trend is for a pop culture angle.
Yeah, there you go.
But what's crazy is now Sabrina's going to be the musical guest on SNL's finale. And the host is Jake Gyllenhaal. Red Scarf, Jake Gyllenhaal. Sabrina and Taylor are like BFFs now. Like Barry and Sabrina and Taylor and Travis all were at Coachella together. And Sabrina obviously opens for Taylor. Like, they're besties. And now she's musical guest for Jake.
And then also, because you know how that song is about Kim Kardashian, the Thank You,
Thank
Amy.
you, Amy. Yes.
Then Kim has been targeting Taylor's friends for Skims. Do you think that's like, because all these people, like, they're not going to say no to this, like, probably the budget is huge for Skims and doing these campaigns, but she's using Taylor's friends. And I'm like, girl.
I feel like Taylor, I'm like getting close to the mic. I'm like, I feel like Taylor dropped that song in the second round of the anthology to be like, back off. Like, I see what you're doing. Because I think Kim and probably Chris by extension, they're like, how do we, like, Taylor is the cultural zeitgeist right now. The Kardashians obviously are like still very famous, very popular, but like, they're not as, I don't know, you tell me, like, I feel like they're not as in the zeitgeist. Like, right now it's Beyonce and Taylor.
I feel like the Kardashians are scared right now, so they're like not as much in your face as they usually are.
So I feel like first there was Lana Del Rey with the Valentine's Day, then there was Sabrina, and I feel like this was maybe Kim trying to get, like, weasel her foot in the door of Taylor's orbit. And then Taylor dropped that song to be like, like, I have not forgotten. And like, I'll forgive you, but I will not forget.
Yeah, I agree.
Because she also did
I totally agree.
Brittany and Patrick Mahomes for Skims. Like, she did everybody.
I know. And that one was like, okay.
No.
Like, yeah. And then Kim's like, I just want Taylor to drop the drama. And it's like, well, you're also adding to it.
You're stirring the pot, babe.
You be stirring that pot.
I know.
Kim.
I'm wearing Skims right now, actually, underneath.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with her like boyfriend style t-shirt from Skims. Have you worn it?
Yes. I am obsessed with everything. I have transitioned all of my underwear from hanky pankies to Skims. Let me just do a free plug right now, okay? This is like, put it into the ad. I'm literally wearing Skims boyfriend shorts right now. I'm wearing the little bralette thing. I've transitioned all of my underwear to Skims. My pajamas are Skims. I have the duvet robe. I have the regular robe. Like, I wish I could buy stock in Skims because that's how much I believe in it. I want to invest. Sharks.
I get it. Yeah, this is my pitch.
Yes. I love Skims and I back it so hard. I don't know how she got her hands on this. Like, but Kim, I'm here for you.
I'm all with you on that one.
Okay, but I have two plugs before you go then.
Tell me.
In terms of what to watch. So The Idea of You is a movie that just came out on Prime Video yesterday, starring Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galtazine. And like, it's a book by an author, Robin Lee, and it's based on One Direction fanfic. Like, it's about an older woman falling in love with Harry Styles. It's very like, she kind of projected Olivia Wilde, manifested that. It is so good. I've watched it twice now. I saw a screening of it, and then I watched it yesterday because I was sick. Watch it, love it, learn for it. And then Challenger, starring Zendaya, is the horniest movie of 2024.
It is?
Yes. I'm like, I wanted a boyfriend, but after watching Challengers, like, I want two boyfriends now. Like,
oh shit,
you gotta watch it. Everybody watch it.
Couple vibe.
It's a love triangle. It's sexy. It's truly horny. It's very fresh.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm definitely going to watch because I'm just finishing Baby Reindeer, which, geez, Louise.
I know.
Bananas.
It's tough.
But
it's like really tough. Well done, but it's dark. Like,
so well done.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be my next show to watch. I'm so excited about The Idea of You because I read the book and I am obsessed. So I can't wait to watch it. Okay. Good. Well, everybody report back after watching. And everybody also, let's have people leave in the comments who they think is going to be at the Met Gala.
Yes.
Okay.
I think my prediction is Taylor is going to be there without Travis. And if they show up together, my jaw will be on the floor.
I think they're going to show up together.
And I really now, because we talked about it, I really want to see Selena and Benny couple carpet it so bad.
Me too. That would be, like you said, iconic.
Yes.
Okay.
Drop it in the comments. Let us know.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. This was so fun. And I literally can't wait for the next one.
I know.
I'm like, this is my job. I get to talk about this. This is so fun.
It's the best. Thanks for having me again. I'll talk to you next month.
I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now ending.
And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind a rating and review.